Dear learners, in today's video tutorial, we'll discuss how to perform Pearson's and Spearman's correlation test using the software Stata. Here is the data file of this data, and if you go to the data, you see there are three variables. One is the expenditure, family size, and income. So we want to see whether there is a correlation between these different variables. So there are two types of correlations we normally perform. One is Pearson's correlation, one is Spearman's correlation. First, we'll show how to perform Pearson's correlation. To perform Pearson correlation, in the command option, you need to type pwcur, and then you need to put your study variables. So expenditure, family size, and income is all here, and press the enter. So you can see the result of the correlation, and you can see here that all this relationship actually positive. So you can say there is a positive correlation between family size and expenditure, income and expenditure. However, in this table we cannot decide whether this result is statistically significant, whether this correlation is statistically significant. So to decide whether this correlation is statistically significant, you need to modify your previous command. So this one is your previous command, so pwcur, and then your three variables. So we want to include the significance level, so you just write sig and press enter. You will get this result. So you can now see here, so apart from this correlation value, you can also see the p-value. So this in this case you can see this is statistically significant. So it is less than, right, less than 1% or even less than 0.001. However, in many research paper we can see that apart from showing this significance level or correlation coefficient value, they put some aesthetic sign like star sign. So to do this, again you need to modify this one. So this is the same one as the previous one, pwcur, and these three variables. I can put the sig if you want to show the significance, or if you don't want, you don't need to show this, but you can put that one here, and after that you need to write star. So this will give the star sign. So I want to say the any correlation coefficient which is statistically significant at the 1% level, there will be an star sign. So press enter. So now you can see in all these three cases you see these are actually statistically significant as the 1% level. So in this way we can perform Pearson correlation. Now there is another correlation, we call it Spearman correlation. We perform Spearman's correlation when any of the variable is in ordinal scale or any variable is not normally distributed. So if you assume that any of these variable actually in ordinal scale or any of this variable is not normally distributed, in that case we'll perform Spearman correlation. So to perform this Spearman correlation, you just need to write this Spearman, and then you need to put your variables. So I put these three variables, and stats, and then first bracket, and you need to type row arrays O and P. So you can see this is the Spearman correlation. This also saying that this is a positive correlations, and as this value is less than 0.4, you can see in this cases we can say this is actually weak correlations, but all are positive and also statistically significant. However, similar to the previous one, if you like to add some star sign, so you just type this formula Spearman, your variables, and then stats under the bracket row and p, but we like to show the star sign star, so it could be, if you like to see that if it is less than 5% only, then it can show the star sign, so you can write 0.05, or if you like to show that it is if it is less than 1% or 0.01, then you like to show this star sign. So I write star and then in the bracket point 01 and press enter. Now you can see here, right? However, the limitation of previous commands are that it can show star sign for only a particular significance level, for example for 1% level or 5% level or 10% level. So to overcome this problem, we can use post and step command for the Pearson correlation, where you can find, or you can see the star sign at different significance level. So to do this, it is actually two-step procedure. In the first step, you need to type post and your variable correlate, right, and then your variables, so it is expenditure, family size, income. So post, correlate, and your variable names, and you need to type matrix listwise, and if you press enter, you'll get those values, their significance level. And in the second step, you need to type step, comma, and then unspec, and then not noobs and compress. Now you can see here, so this is the star sign for this different significance level. So in these two cases, so this is 3 star, that means is statistically significant, which is actually less than 0.001, and here is the two star sign. 2 star means it is actually significant at the 1% level. So through this procedure, we can perform Pearson and Spearman correlation in the Stata. Thank you for watching.